For those of you who are just now joining us, the first run at Malangdo went a little noobish because I forgot to FCP myself. Very, very pointless mistake there. I should have known. I checked to make sure I had them before. Oh, and look at this. We got a double drain while we were waiting, so it got a free drain. So this run would have been almost perfect. It would have been perfect, probably. Make sure to stay away from these critters while they're spawning. If you do this quest a lot, you'll find yourself, not too often, but you will find yourself waiting around for another round because it doesn't always go perfect. And it's not even that runaway magic doesn't proc in time, you don't find the drain in time. There are a lot of things that go into it. You have to get all the creatures at one time. If one straggler hangs off screen, you're in the middle of opening the drain, and you don't have your homunculus out to distract it, it's going to hit you and you're going to lose. Typically, the worst part is just finding the drain in time, and if you don't find the drain within 2 or 3 seconds, you're usually going to have to just give up on that drain. I did find a different technique that helps with that. I'm hoping that we get a chance to use that. Most likely would have gotten a chance to use it on this last round, but we unfortunately forgot to FCP. So the round has now ended because 5 drains were not closed, and we can start again. Alright. So here we go. Getting ready to do Malangdo hard mode. Pop our Berserk Potion, Silver Mine, Takoyaki, Strength Food, Health Food, Seroma Iced Tea, Warg Blood Cocktail, Wind Convert, and the most important, FCP. Pop your homunculus up, Painkiller, and then get started. Last but not least, the Cold Proof Potion. Once you see the text come up that says the one who's in charge, that means that the drain's open and you are ready to go. So hopefully we can proc runaway magic quickly here. If not, we might not be able to get this drain, only because it did take us a couple seconds to find it. Okay, and we were able to, not quick enough. You have to have that cast bar almost halfway for the first drain, and it's got to be more than halfway for any other drain afterwards. And this right here is the straggler issue that I'm talking about, is that we have that one Kappa at the top screen. So we're going to want to walk a little bit down before, oh man, and we have this freaking, see, that's the problem. You gotta slingshot them around, but we've already burned so much time trying to get, yeah, there's no way. Probably would have been better off calling homunculus and using that to lure them away. Okay, it took a little too long to find these, so we're gonna do a different technique, which is luring them out here with the homunculus. Pop an anodyne. We didn't get them all away from the drain, so it's not going to work. You can usually slingshot them around to a safe spot and then click on your drain. But we didn't get them all in the same mob, so that's not going to work. It's getting pretty hectic here. We're on to the third drain that we've missed. Can only miss 5, so this could be another botched run. The first run probably would have turned out pretty well had we not horribly messed it up. Yeah, Painkiller ran out, so we are in trouble. Painkiller runs, you gotta run. And yeah, the lag is not very friendly right now with this instance. Okay, so let's get ready to go again. You always want to be prepared. If you miss a drain, just take the time to prepare for the next one. We got runaway magic very quickly on that one, so we should get this drain. This will be our first of 5 that we need to get, so tough. We gotta hit pretty much all of them. We can miss one more. Usually this goes a little bit better because I'm jamming hard to some music during it, but commentating, always fun. It's 5 seconds in between the spawns, and it's like exactly 5 seconds, so if you do hit one, make sure to keep count. This is going to be a tough one. Spam clicking to get focus onto the drain. We'll be able to tell if we're going to miss it right there. Yeah, see, it's got to be over halfway or else you've missed it. Try to jump up here, get away from that Kappa. Make sure to call the homunculus out if you have a close encounter like that. See, this is going to be a close one, so not sure if I'm going to get it or not. You can cast Painkiller while you are opening the drain, so make sure to do that. The next one should be up right now. Can't find it quickly, so we're going to have to slingshot it. Oof. We're even running out of time for that. Get everything on the same page with you and then pull it off screen. That might be too slow to get it. The problem with slingshotting too, I know you'd think, why wouldn't you do this every time? Is that when the drain does actually, if you do close it in time and you do get the closure for it, those creatures will stay spawned. So it's kind of rough. It can fill up pretty quickly in here. All right, so take a quick break. Be right back with you and we will actually complete this. Lighting some incense, calm the mood. All right, ladies and germs, let's do it this time. Strength food back on. Wind converter. Cold proof. Expensive food. That's why it's really important to not screw this up so many times, because int food and dex food's expensive. So let's hope that we get it this time. Alright. Painkillered up. Carp boosted. Make sure to re-FCP yourself, especially if you missed that. Sometimes, even if Runaway doesn't proc, oh, see, those ones weren't inside of the range of the demonic fire, so that's why they did not get killed. Good thing to know about the first drain is it does have a strange lag to it, so you have an extra second to open it, unlike all the other drains. But the issue with that is that the second drain spawns on the 5-second mark while the first drain closes on the 6-second mark. So there is an issue with the second drain spawning before the first drain is closed, and if the second drain spawns next to you closing the first drain before you've closed that drain, then you don't get the closure because something hits you. How did I miss that one? Alright. We're right next to this one. Procced Runaway Magic right away. We've gotta start doing better. And the good thing about Runaway Magic is not only that it makes Card Cannon instant cast, it's so much stronger, but it also does make your Demonic Fire / Fire expansion instant cast. Important to remember that the delay, the massive delay on Demonic Fire, or yes, on your Demonic Fire cast, I think it's 3 seconds, is still there with Runaway Magic. Does not decrease the aftercast delay at all. But if you time it right, you just do cart cannons in between your Demonic Fires. And if you do it enough times, you start to learn how many cart cannons and how many Demonic Fires you need to do. And the problem is that some of the creatures are much harder to kill. The mermaids and the marks have a lot, or the mermaids and the, what are they called? The kaphas have a ton of health. Marks have a lot of vit, and so do the Straufs. So hitting them with the painkiller ran out. Hitting them with Demonic Fire does a lot of damage compared to some other ones. I'm not going to get this drain. Just recast Wind Converter and prepare for the next one. The best spot to stand for this is right here, because you're in the middle of 3 different drains that you can view. And hopefully be able to kill this in time. The problem with fire expansion is that sometimes it does strange things with the display of the enemy's health bar. You can't always tell if it's still alive, because it showed like a blip of them having health there when they didn't actually have health. They weren't alive anymore. Make sure to get the mermaid's attention. Very important to be attacking them from the start. Very important to aim your Demonic Fire carefully and land it on top of the whole mob, as we saw in that one run where I did miss it. Alright, we've got one Kapha that's still alive. And I don't have the time to kill it and still open this drain. So hopefully... Oh yes, we still got it. Oh yes, that was awesome. Alright. So there are some forgiving moments in this instance. I think it's been too long for this one, so we'll have to pull them away. And you can count how many drains you've opened. You can see we've done 1, 2, 3. And this will be 4, I believe. This might be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there'll be another one. So yeah, I think we've opened all 5. But it never hurts to practice. So if we do have some more that show up next to us, of course, one that we're actually going to be able to close. But you see how these ones remained here? That's what I mean by doing the slingshot trick can backfire. And look at that, we've got a mob right here that just spawned with our existing slingshotted mob. So this should in theory proc runaway magic right away, but it does not seem that it's gonna do it at all. So thankfully we opened all 5 drains already, because we would not have gotten this drain in time. And ta-da, it's the 5th drain. There's no next culvert will open message, so you know that you're gonna get the MVP. A little bit intense sometimes. Relax. Alright. Oh, that could have been partially why things did not go that well. I kept on the blue stone sunglasses instead of putting on my orc hero, so who knows. Could have been getting stunned at some point. Didn't think so. Not totally necessary at all. You don't have to have an orc hero card. Just get 90 vit. This guy's just got ridiculously low vit because I use him to pot with as well. So can't use all of my stats. Bring your homunculus back up, but this time you're going to want to change. I put on the chewing gum headgear because I like to proc the gum effect if I do kill the MVP. You can always have that little extra chance of getting some drops. Even though I think everything he drops is at 50%, sometimes you can miss things. Cold proof, thunderproof back on. Strength food on. He dispels, so Takoyaki does not matter. For this, I bring the aloe veras, and it's not the one we need for the quest reward, so we're going to be doing this again later today. You can open it every hour. There's a little trick to avoid opening it every hour, where you can open it as much as you want. Not sure of the legality of that, so I do not do so. But we'll say another way to do it is to just have a friend open it for you. As long as it's a VIP account, it can open the culvert. And with all this water and thunder resistance from the armor and potion, you should be able to kill him without issue. But look, he's got something called random attack, and it's a random element attack. Tulnix has the same thing. Where is the inflicted? There you go. Inflicted 29,700. So chances are I would have actually survived that on a non-gimped genetic with low health. But hey, I survived it on the till just about 1 bomb left. So yes, use your Malong SP can to warp yourself back. The greatest part about this instance is you don't have to worry about tokening or anything. MVP kills you, just walk back. It's no problem. And it's also good too if you have friends who need the kill count. At this point, you say, "Hey, come to Malangdo. I'll group you." You jump in, get your MVP kill, turn in, get your 5 Sea Gods. And yes, there have been times where I've walked in here without potting and gotten killed by a Hydra with 1 health left. So, don't think it's never happened. It's a frustrating experience. Alright, pop the cold proof. It's the only super important one because that water ball just kills. Should be back up against this wall. Ooh. There he goes. Dead. Cool. So we dropped all the good items that we want. High weapon box, shabby coin bag, and Sea God's Anger. Did he drop a Sea God? He didn't drop a Sea God. I could have sworn he dropped a Sea God. Oh, it's stuck inside of this? Are you serious? Oh, okay. I couldn't get them because it was stuck behind a corner. It's like, wait a minute. Alright, and then in the top left is where all the treasures spawn in hard mode. So, go up here with your backpack on, dodge the creatures that you left out because you slingshotted them. Doesn't look like we got any high weapon boxes this time though. My record so far is 6 high weapon boxes on the map after getting one from the MVP. It was a good day when that happened. And then if we had completed the quest, we would click on this NPC, do the hard weekly service, but since it was the different MVP, we don't have the completed quest yet, but we'll do that later. So, hopefully you join us again next time, and we will kill some more MVPs for you. Thanks again for watching, guys.